everybody. Welcome back to the Bella Astrology Podcast. I'm your host and astrologer, Ashley. And in today's episode, we are welcoming a new season. Welcome to Taurus season. And I want to start off this episode just, first of all, thank you so much for being here, for joining me, and honestly, congratulations. Congratulations on making it through Aries season. I'm totally kidding, but not really. That was a lot. It was activating and it was fiery and it pushed me in ways that I didn't know I could be pushed. And last night, I just hosted my Aries season sound bath. Or I'm sorry, the new moon in Aries sound bath at Divine North. And it was so beautiful. It was also so needed. What a way to round out Aries season and usher us into Taurus season. I'm so glad you're here that we get to talk about this because there's just this overwhelming feeling like, okay, we've been lit up, but now it needs a place to land. And that is exactly what Taurus season is bringing up for us. Don't get me wrong, though. That does not mean that we are stopping or slowing down the momentum in any way. We still have so many planets moving through Aries, and there's still so much of that fire in the sky, but the flavor, it shifts now. And the pace becomes more intentional and more grounded and more focused on, all right, what am I actually going to build? Where can I ground this energy and build it into something that is productive? And I'm feeling this so much in my life right now. There were so many things that happened during Aries season that got started, that spark, that ignition, that fire. And now that it's Taurus season, what do we do with all that fire? Well, first of all, I'm so excited to announce, for me, literally hot fire yoga. I am so excited to announce that I will officially start teaching yoga next week at Notice Wellness. And it feels so surreal to even say this out loud. I remember, my journey with yoga has been a 6-year journey, and the idea of me teaching was a fantasy. It was something that I was excited about, but didn't actually feel like something that would be for me. And here I am, graduated with my yoga teacher certification, and I have a job, and I'm starting to teach yoga. It happened overnight. And this journey, seeing it actually ground into physical form, it's one of those moments that I'm trying to be much more intentional with this, of celebrating the wins. I'm not very good at celebrating my accomplishments. It's the Saturn in me, but I'm trying to really breathe, pause, and celebrate this. So if you are in the Brainerd Lakes area, I would absolutely love to have you take one of my classes. It would mean so much for me to share that space with you and connect with you in a whole new way. And speaking of Notice Wellness, very exciting. One of my favorite days of the year, the Notice Yoga Festival is happening on May 16th. It's one of my favorite events, and I will be there. I need a stunt double. I need a doppelganger, because I will be there as Ashley Bella Astrology. So I have my own booth. I'll be doing astrology readings there, but then I'll also be there as a yoga instructor as part of Notice Wellness. So this is such a full circle moment, because I remember last year's yoga festival was a pivotal moment. Everything changed for me at that event. It was my most successful event that I had had to date, and it really set so many things in motion, and I'm so grateful. But if I were to go back and look at myself at last year's yoga festival and had a conversation with last year Ashley and said, this is everything that's going to happen to you in the next year. I don't know if I would have started crying right then or I don't know, but it's wild. And so if you have not been to the yoga festival, this is such an amazing event. Every year, I don't know how she does it, but she makes it better and better. And this year, there's so much happening. So live music, there's a 5K race, run, walk. And I'm so excited because DJ Taz is back. He's headlining and he's also bringing silent disco headphones for a yoga flow. I'm so excited for this. I've never experienced that before. I've always seen that silent disco, those parties, and I already know this is going to be such a vibe, and I'm going to be right there in the front row because I just can't wait. It attracts so many amazing people. So many vendors are going to be there, myself included. But so many awesome vendors, awesome people. I just hope that we get beautiful weather, and I hope that you come and join us. It's the Notice Festival. It's May 16th in Nisswa, and tickets are at noticewellness.com. And you know what? In the spirit of Taurus season and investing, I am doing just that. I made an investment this month. I am going on a business retreat. I'm going on a business retreat with female founders. It's a female entrepreneurship group in Minneapolis, and they are putting on a yoga retreat, and I'm so excited about it because it's at my absolute favorite resort. It's at NatureLink. And I'm just so excited to unplug, to really unplug from my day-to-day, my life, really ground into my business, but also connect with me. This is such a beautiful thing to do during Taurus season. I need this more than ever. We all need this. Just to spend a few days in the woods by the lake with incredible people. I cannot wait to see what comes of this, the next evolution of my business. There's so many things that are happening, and my vision has expanded so much. And I'm so grateful for this opportunity to really invest in myself and take the time. I also have so many wonderful events happening for Taurus season, of course, at Divine North. You can find all the events at the Divine North website, but I have my new moon and full moon sound baths, as well as the Taurus Women's Circle. And so that's happening on April 20th. So grab your tickets for that. Come join us in Circle. It's such a heart-centered, wonderful experience. You don't have to know anything about astrology. It is just really, really soulful, beautiful women coming together to share wisdom and experience and gather and celebrate the season. It's my favorite. So I'll definitely be talking about that on my socials. And I just want to let you know that the full moon during Taurus season, it is on May 1st. And I am going to be celebrating on this one because the degree. So this full moon in Scorpio, I said it's Taurus, but full moon in Scorpio during Taurus season is happening at 11 degrees and 21 minutes. You guys, I was born on 11/21. I'm going to be claiming this one a little bit. It's kind of like a little birthday celebration for me. I'm claiming that. I'm going to throw some type of fabulous party just to celebrate. We'll definitely be talking more about that moon on this podcast. But right now, let's just settle in and get grounded, because that's what we do during Taurus season, which begins on April 19th and goes through May 20th. And I have to say, this feels like such a welcome exhale. It does, because that Aries season, like I said, it was so powerful. It was, I know I said this in the last episode and when we're talking about Aries all month on my socials, but remember this last Aries season, because this is going to be the one you remember. Just mark it down, all right? Especially with that new moon that just happened, mark it down. But with all of that fire, with all of that initiation, all that was put into motion, that energy does not just disappear overnight. Not at all. Like I said, we have so many planets still moving through Aries. The vibe is still very much alive. But there is something so yummy when the sun moves into Taurus. It immediately begins to ground us. And it's like the sun steps off the battlefield and walks onto the soft, grassy knoll of the earth. And it's reminding us to come back into our bodies. Come back into our bodies. So over the last 4 weeks, undoubtedly something was lit inside of you, a spark, an idea, a desire about something that you really want. And maybe you found yourself being pushed out of your comfort zone, trying something new, taking a risk, and honestly, this overwhelming feeling, this sense of urgency. And there's quite a few reasons for that, but even some impatience around making something happen. That was definitely my experience, the forcing and the making something happen. Okay, Taurus season comes along and says, all right, what do you want to do with all of this energy? What is actually sustainable? Ashley, I'm talking directly to you. What is actually sustainable, girl? What is worth building? You have your arms, your tentacles in 97 directions right now, and I love that for you, but we're going to burn out. We cannot sustain a life like that. And so, can you take what was initiated during Aries season and begin to really refine? Step away from it a little bit, nurture it, and commit to it so that you don't burn out, so that you are building something that lasts. Because Taurus energy is definitely not rushed. This is the bull. She can charge when she's angry, but this earth sign is steady. Taurus is intentional and deliberate. This is literally the energy of putting one foot in front of the other. It's devotion, it's commitment, that slow steadiness that can be really uncomfortable for some people. It's uncomfortable for me. That's why I'm so grateful for when the sun moves through Taurus, because I need that grounding. You guys, I need it. I am an idea generator. I'm a manifesting generator for one. I'm a type B personality. I am so full of ideas and things that I want to do and start, but when it comes to actually getting it grounded and practical and through fruition, like I need all of the Taurus help that I can get. And so that's why I like to surround myself with earth energies, even though we are not always compatible, but that's because I need to learn that type of energy, that type of commitment, that strategy. And so the thing that I also need to learn is patience, which that is the sign that Taurus just absolutely, what's the word, exudes, practicing patience. Something I'm not so good at. But also, Taurus can be known for their stubbornness. And you know what? It's not so much the stubbornness. The reframe in that, sure, low embodiment of any sign. We all have them. But it is an unwavering commitment. Reframe that. Once a Taurus decides something, they are not easily swayed. They're in it for the long haul. And that energy is available to all of us. I mean, think about it. If you were in the path of a bull and it set its sights on something, there is no way that you are going to merely push them off their path. They're committed. They're going to get what they want. And so as we just moved, speaking of what we want, as we just moved through that Aries new moon, which I'm still just riding the vibes off of that, that is where we planted seeds. Okay, and how appropriate. We're going to the earth now. And Taurus season is when we begin to tend to those seeds, just like seeds in a garden. And with gardening, something I am working to master, you don't garden with urgency. You don't garden with force. You need patience. You need care, and you need trust. Trust that what you plant beneath the soil will know what to do to grow and bear fruit for your nourishment. But you got to make sure that there's enough room for that growth. You have to make sure that you clear out what doesn't belong, that's not going to smother or stunt that growth. Ensure that there's nourishment, enough sunlight and water and rest, so that what you are growing can grow in a healthy and sustainable way. That's the part of the process it's not always glamorous, but it's so important in that simplicity, right? And that's one of the most important things that Taurus teaches us is simplicity, the simple pleasures in life. And this is definitely a season. Great reminder. Maybe you need this permission. Maybe I'm talking directly to myself. This is not a season to overcomplicate things, okay? This is not a season to stay in that heightened emotional, creative overdrive, overwhelm that Aries can ramp up. And we need that. We definitely need a ramp up. We got to put fuel in the engine. But Taurus brings us back down to earth and says, okay, but now we got to focus on what really matters. Because Taurus, as an earth sign, came here to build something this lifetime. They're part of the builders of the zodiac, the earth signs, and build something not out of urgency or haste, but build something that stands the test of time. And that's such a key to their character, that part of what makes Taurus so powerful is that quality to build something to stand the test of time. But layer in, this is where we talk about the planet that rules Taurus, which is Venus. Venus rules Taurus, and that is the planet of love, of the planet of beauty and sensuality. So we've got this builder, this determined, this commitment, this loyal, this steady energy, but then we've got sensuality and beauty and pleasure all in this sign of Taurus. It's so yummy. Taurus told us, no, Taurus isn't just about discipline and commitment. It's about enjoyment. And I love that so much. That's such a beautiful message, because Taurus says, hey, you are here, we are all here to have a physical experience, a sensual experience, to connect to this life, this physical life, in the way that we were designed to do it, which is through our five senses. What we can touch and taste and smell and hear and see. And so this is the season to slow down enough to actually feel your life. Oh, that is kind of asking a lot. I'm kidding. But going back, it's not that complicated, actually. Just going back to the simplest pleasures in life and enjoying. That's the umbrella. That's the things that matters, the things of value. Go back to nature. Go back to focusing on what makes you feel good, what you put on your body, the foods that you eat, the environment that you surround yourself with. Connect with life through those senses and with what feels good. Do you remember what feels good in your body? Do you remember, like, this is just the simplest thing of, like slowing down to actually taste your food, taste the flavors. I am actually very good at this with wine. um, I I would say coffee. I do enjoy fine foods, fine clothing, um, but really being intentional about what feels most nourishing, what feels like quality in your life, and giving yourself those things during Taurus season. And quality is really a key word here because Taurus is not interested in the flashy and the disposable. Taurus wants things that last, that holds value. You will hear frugal as a word to describe them. I would say more, not frivolous. Taurus is famously resourceful and absolutely allergic to wasting money. But is not, I say that, but they're not afraid to spend on quality. Not afraid to spend money on things of value where they know they'll get a return on their investment, whether that be a physical, material, or relationship type things. It's about quality, nourishing things that are of the utmost importance to Taurus. And so this is a season to invest in the things in your life that bring value to it. And so this is where we start to move into Taurus's connection to money and resources and self-worth. Because if we go to the chart, Taurus rules the second house, the second area of our lives, which is the part of your chart that speaks to your values, that your finances live, money, and your sense of worthiness. And so this season, one of the things that we want to reflect on is, what do I actually value? And I would say, where am I investing my time and my energy, my money? This is 100% the season to have a conversation with your bank account. Is it aligned with what is important to you? And like I said, Taurus is incredibly resourceful, but they don't like to waste things. Not afraid to invest when something that holds value and may provide meaningful returns. They're very savvy that way. It is this beautiful balance. And what a goal to strive towards. This beautiful balance between indulgence and practicality. And it's not about restriction, it's about intention. And choosing quality over quantity and building a life that feels deeply satisfying. That's what Taurus teaches us. And like every sign, Taurus has its shadows. We all do. This sign, this energy archetype, can become overly attached to comfort, resistance to change, even, possessive. Because there's this fear, this underlying fear of not enough. Remember I told you that Taurus rules worthiness, right? And value and security. Very, very important to Taurus. And so that fear of not having enough, not being enough, not doing enough, not feeling secure is one of the lessons that Taurus came here to learn this lifetime. And like I said, the Taurus rules over the second house of self-worth and resources. And so as an earth sign, they're confident and they're strong and they're able to hold pressure and suppress emotion, because practicality and emotion don't always seem like a balanced, productive outcome to really the earth signs. But that can result in an insecurity, that not feeling enoughness, not having enough, And so this goes back to that lesson around self-worth and not judging yourself and your life around external values from what you can collect and what you can build in this lifetime. Really, the soulful embodiment from Taurus is that pleasure and love and abundance actually comes from the simplest pleasures in life. And so that is the lesson of this whole season. Really stopping, slowing down, smelling the roses, and looking at what's valuable to you, not getting caught up in, not feeling productive enough, not feeling like you're doing enough, but, staying true to your values. And that can go back to their relentless pursuit in what they desire. And that can show up as stubbornness, right? Don't ever try to rush a Taurus. You will burn out trying to do that. Trust me, I know. Trying to push them out of their boundaries to try new things. But you know what? This is what the energy of this is the quintessential. Like, I am taking my toys home. I don't know where I was going with that, but I just see like this, like, don't try to rush me. I'm going to take all my toys and I'm going to go home. That's like the energy of Taurus when they get like pushed out of their comfort zone, or when they're in a relationship or a situation that they don't want to be in. But it all makes sense when you consider Taurus's relationship and connection to security and stability and this actual physical world. And so there is also this deep trust within Taurus archetype. So Taurus and Scorpio, since they're opposite signs, trust is a really big value. And you will have a very hard time getting close in the inner circle of a Taurus because they want to surround themselves with people that also have that like-minded set of a foundation, stability, security. They want to build a dependable life with someone. They're not good with erratic, last minute or unpredictable. These are things that just don't belong in the Taurus world. But if you can invest your time and your energy and your resources into something that feels aligned, that is a love language for Taurus. And so where in your life can you take these lessons, take this energetic that's available, this magic that's available to all of us, where can you allow yourself to enjoy life a little bit more? Yes, of course, we're going to ground. We're going to work hard. We're going to streamline our plans and get really excited about that stuff, what we're building. We're going to talk about those yummy conversations. But we're going to enjoy it too. We're going to enjoy the process. I think that, that just kind of landed. Instead of just like the, all the forcing and the grinding and the building, it's integrating that I'm going to enjoy the process while I build my dream home, while I make all of my dreams come true. I'm going to enjoy every single moment. And that goes back to the simplicity of life, enjoying the present moment. What a beautiful, beautiful message from Taurus. I really love that. To savor, to soften. I'm just thinking about all the good wine and the good food I'm going to eat. All of the clothes and the upgrades to my wardrobe. It always, and maybe I give myself permission to do this, but I always upgrade my wardrobe during Taurus season. It just feels like following the instructions, but Taurus really reminds us we're not here to rush from one thing to the next. We are here to actually experience it. Have a physical experience. Build something that we can be proud of and celebrate, but enjoy every moment along the way. Oh, thank you so much for spending this time with me and tuning into this episode. I truly love spending this time with you and sharing about these seasons with you, whether you're listening or you're coming to a sound bath or a women's circle or joining me in a reading. This is such a special space that we have together. And soon, if you are in the Brainerd Lakes area, hopefully we get to share a yoga studio space together. I would absolutely love to connect with you in person. And Taurus season, inviting us back into the body, back into presence. What a wonderful way to do that. I am also very excited to share that something I have been working on that will allow us to go a little bit deeper. So I have created a private astrology membership. It's called Inner Orbit. And this is for anyone who wants to go beyond a one-on-one reading, to build a relationship with your chart. Of course, that means with yourself and with your astrologer. This is essentially having your own private astrologer. Inside Inner Orbit, you and I get to connect multiple times every month. We look at your chart for every season and we talk about what this means specifically to you. And that is so exciting because we get to look at the season that's unfolding and what the universe has in store for you, how you can plan your energy and what you want to be intentional about through that next season, and work with the energy that feels most grounded and supportive and aligned with you. And so as part of that, as part of you and I meeting every month, I also send you a transmission for the new moon just for you, a transmission for the full moon just for you. And I've also put together monthly visualizations so you can tap into and build on what we discuss in your chart and really ground that into your body, your nervous system, your subconscious. I also have sound bath and meditations that I share with you every month. And what I'm really excited about is you actually also get access to my digital astrology course, Embody Your Astrology. So you get to really go deeper into astrology. So if you are thinking about diving into this world, if you're already versed and you just want to have someone to talk astrology with, and talk about what you're learning as you're learning it. This is such a beautiful opportunity to treat as like a mentorship if you want to get into astrology. And I also have, as part of this, created a private membership circle where you will be connected with others in the membership and get to build relationships with those who are on the same journey as you that want to have these astrological life questions and conversations, and meet new people in that way. I'm also going to be putting together some seasonal wine pairings. So this is really an umbrella of all of the Ashley Bella modalities, all wrapped up in a monthly membership. And so you can really deepen your understanding while having this direct relationship with me. And so this is truly a space for transformation. I'm so excited about it. If you ever had a reading and you thought, I just want to keep going, I want to really stay connected to this work, well, that's exactly why I created this. And I have so many more details on the website. Again, it's called Inner Orbit. But I would absolutely love to work with you in this way. And of course, I'm always available for one-on-one readings, whether that's virtually or online. As we move into the summer months, just want to let you know where I live here in Nisswa. If you're local, we know this is a tourist destination. There is an influx of people during the next few months, and so my schedule does tend to fill up quickly. So if you're feeling called, I would recommend getting on the books. And also check out Divine North's website for all of the upcoming sound baths, women's circles, and just all of the offerings at that magical shop that we have planned for you for the summer. Every day there's something going on, from meditations, qigong, reiki. It's just, there's so many things happening. I'm so excited and so proud to be part of it. So as we move into Taurus season, I am wishing you a season that feels steady, that feels nourishing, abundant, and deeply, deeply aligned. Slow down, savor it, and let yourself enjoy what you're building. From my heart to yours, bye for now.